It's me, Lara, the Unplaytested bandit, and I'm going to be the star today. And joining me, as always, is Alex, my second in
Hello.
command, the Marv
Yes.
to my Harry.
I'll take that, yeah. And we have our special guest joining us today, Taylor LeBreche.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Lara and Alex. I am supremely excited to be on this whole shindig.
Absolutely. Is this
I'm the old man with the shovel.
Yeah, nice. Did you successfully have a rewatch or a first watch of Home Alone
A
this
first
weekend
what?
as you planned?
Not this weekend. It was today after work. I watched the
Even
film.
better.
Yeah.
I watched the film less than 2 hours ago.
That's great.
How
Well, the
was it, though?
It
Like,
was a banger. It was a banger.
Oh good. I'm glad it holds up.
Do people know, the listeners know that we're playing a game that's based on Home Alone?
If they don't,
yes.
then we've done a bad job at marketing this.
To be fair, today's marketing has been a little off of the wall because we're, you know, doing it slightly more
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
rapid than is normal to get back on our proper schedule.
I
Yes.
love it.
But
Yeah,
hopefully
so
it will
no,
all
it was
work
a
out.
banger. I could tell why it's like a classic film. It was one of those movies that I would like had on my watch this at some point in the next 50 years, please list. And so when Alex messaged me, I was like, okay, well, this is it. This is the kick in the pants to do it.
This is the chance. Yeah.
But because I am a chronic procrastinator, I did not watch it until today.
Don't know anything about that, have never experienced that, and I'm very sorry for you specifically.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we didn't finish anything up rapidly today, neither of us.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Why would you?
All, all of the products that you will see put out by us today are the efforts of a strategic, well planned, and implemented thought that was extremely thorough and not at all slapdash or last minute. That
Excellent.
being said, Uh, yeah. What are we doing with this game? Oh yes, thank you for Ash has noticed our cosplay. We are outdoors bandits, not because it's super cold in our houses or anything. Uh, it's pretty cold though. I've got a blankie on my feet, and it's amazing.
Mm. Yeah, I think when I woke up this morning, the before wind chill temperature was 20 below zero Fahrenheit.
Oh my goodness! So you're in that cold
Yowza.
zone.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
We didn't get snow like the rest of the states. We just got everything just dipped in terms of temperature wise.
Oh.
So it still doesn't compare to the winter. What was it, last year, the year before, where we had the polar
Mm.
vortex, where we
Oh
had 50
right.
below wind chill. That was
Oh my
disgusting.
gosh.
But yeah.
Whew.
Oof. No,
So
no, thank you.
can it get too cold for ice fishing? Like, can the ice get too deep that you can't drill through it anymore?
So here's the thing: I don't have a gas or electric auger, so I have to drill my ice holes by hand. And right now, well, I should say, uh, as of January 19th, the ice was in a foot and a half thick, which made me
Wow.
go, no, thank you.
You're like, I'll be out here all day auguring at this.
Yeah, at this point, it's almost 2 feet thick, so I haven't been ice fishing in a while.
Ugh.
Yeah, but
Well, we'll have to hope that you'll be out there again soon.
yeah.
We'll steal you a gas powered auger on the next job. That's
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yes, that would be
we're gonna do
wonderful.
it
I love
the
that.
bandit way.
So you will probably have noticed in the private chat that we have on the side over here, you can
Mm-hmm.
get the document for the game, and we will
Yes.
all read through that together so that we can be on the same page when we're playing it.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a little comments thing you can click, and that shows you the chat for all of our friends, and we can even push a button and put people's comments up here. So if you are
Ooh.
watching along, feel free to comment, and we may just broadcast things you say publicly to everyone because you already did that. We'll just make it bigger.
And if you tell us that we look good, we will broadcast what you have to say to everyone
Oh,
because
yes. Spam it dozens of times. We have absolutely no compunctions.
um
So
Oh,
once
yeah,
we get the
okay.
game open, I think we are about ready to go. I'm just gonna open up our game on or our stream on my phone as well. Just so I can double see the chat.
Because everyone in the chat is awesome.
For sure.
Oh, Riverhouse Games, beautiful account. Many fine games by Riverhouse Games. Recommend checking them out.
What happens if we select 2 people? Do they just replace? I was hoping we could get a whole stream of
You
compliments
can't get them
running
to
up.
fight.
I can make them fight.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, that's for another game.
No. um, are we ready for action?
I think we're about ready.
All right.
We all got our games open.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. So we can just go around. What did we decide last time? Who's to the left in our order?
I think we've decided that we go clockwise as per our faces on the screen.
Okay, cool.
And the way that
we're to my left
works out is if we're doing the screen share, then like this.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers. It's going to be downswise.
Cool.
With the bottom wrapping to the top. Downswise with the bottom on top. You know, that bit of really well thought out terminology.
Yeah. Who would like to read first?
I would love to.
Oh, please.
Go for it.
Yeah. I just have to rearrange all my windows. Just starting from the top, right?
Yeah. And
this
until you get bored,
easy, right? You're a group of burglars who have staked out a very good score in the form of an unassuming suburban home of a surprisingly wealthy family who are going on vacation. How could anything go wrong? It's not like there's a 10-year-old child left behind who will absolutely ruin your plans, right? Right?
Right.
You will need 3 to 5 players, a blank sheet of paper, the bigger the better, and a deck of cards with the jokers removed. Is this where I popcorn it to someone else?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll take it.
Go for it.
All right, criminals. Time to plot some crimes. Step 1, draw the blueprint. On the paper, draw a rough floor plan of a house, taking up most of the space on the page, leaving enough room for additional details outside for important stuff on the lawn or in the neighborhood. This is the house you're going to rob. Might be one big floor, but it's a little more fun if there's a basement and a second floor to play around with. As a group, add some rooms. Now, this family is wealthy, so their taste in architecture can be idiosyncratic. Don't be afraid to have double kitchens or a spire or whatever other details you might want. Just make sure there are at least 2 entrances and at least 1 small child's bedroom. And that brings us to our grand canvas. Which
Yes,
I love that we can see everybody's arrow.
Our little arrows.
This is cute. So I'm gonna start by drawing us a rectangle.
That seems excellent. Well, I'm zoomed very far in. There we go.
And
move around.
Maybe another rectangle to be our sort of first floor, second floor. Okay. And
we could do another little one for a basement.
Another little basement. It's one of them half size basements.
Yeah.
Those exist, right?
What do they use for the rest of the ground under those?
Foundation. Garbage? Trash? I don't know.
Yeah, they've got the trash compactor with the little ooze monster poking its eyeball out.
All right. So step 1, draw in some rooms. What have at it, boys.
All right. I'm going to go a little fancy with this one.
Oh, please do.
Please do.
They've got a couple rectangle rooms, I think.
Perfect.
Rectangle, triangle rooms.
Oh my god.
Why do they have triangular rooms?
They
You know
are
what?
the bedrooms. These are 3 bedrooms.
Oh,
Okay.
as in triangle format.
Mm-hmm.
That's
there's
really
2
good.
bedrooms and then this giant like bathroom communal space in the middle.
Ah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
bananas. Also, their bedrooms are on the ground floor, not on the second floor. Just, I mean, that's fine. That's
fine.
cool. That's all right. So we got second floor kitchens, is what I'm hearing.
And maybe let's make some stairs to get up to the second floor.
Here's our second floor kitchen.
Oh, how do you do? Can we make like little half circles? All shapes. Give me a half circle.
I'm making the doors. I don't know why I'm so intent on.
Oh, you could use an arrow. Arrow for a door. No, that's not.
Oh, hello.
Or is it? Can I rotate it?
Oh.
What am I doing? I don't like that.
I think that there's like a little balcony that comes out of this top floor.
Ooh, nice.
That's there.
I love it. Definitely a balcony.
It's a double-sided arrow. I want to be able to rotate my arrow, but I'm not sure.
All shapes. Why is there no half circle?
Yeah, because I think in architectural drawings you do like a kind of a half circle-y thing to show like the radius of a door opening into a room, which I feel like could be relevant to our interests. You know, you'd get to know whether the door opens inward and outward, that sort of thing.
We've got kind of a trapezoid fellow, which could be stairs.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
I like the stairs. I think they have like a statue in this like long hallway on the main floor.
Oh, is that what this is?
Oh
no, that's it's a cowboy statue.
It is a cowboy statue. It's Liberty Valance. I think that they're big fans of Who Shot Liberty Valance, the film.
Oh, there we go. If you want to rotate something, you got to use the little spinny arrow that is to its bottom left.
Okay.
Do you want me to put some in and out markers between your rooms instead of the little lines you did?
Yes, please. Let me know if you can't delete those little lines.
Oh, apparently I can.
Okay, cool.
Get out of here, lines. Copy. Paste.
And I don't know what this star is that I've just made, but
ooh,
that's there.
That's very satisfying. I like that.
This is an inscrutable house.
I'm very glad that we had the note that this could be a very idiosyncratic house. So they must have a front door, right?
They are required to have 2 entrances. Like that's
yeah. Let's use
one.
the oh, this looks kind of like a door. Is that a good door?
Sure.
Here we go.
That's a good front door.
Yeah.
And of course, we are going to add more details as we play. We don't want to like get overloaded on the.
Don't fill it all. Oh.
I mean, or we add a very good door. Yeah.
That's the tech. There we go.
Holy crap!
I'm just
this
like
is
looking
science.
through the dot thing that's down in the bottom. Just like trying to see what are the things that I can cram into this.
Oh, that's so fun.
Icon finder. Oh.
Yeah, same brain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is all very good if I decide they have a giant pencil somewhere.
All right, what is Kanban?
Well, I think that they keep their garbage out like right underneath the balcony. So I'm gonna put that garbage icon there.
All right.
We'll foreshadow it. Like in the first 5 minutes, someone's gonna be like, "Don't forget to move the garbage can out to the alley. It's garbage day while we're on vacation."
That's very good.
And then someone will be like, "Did you put the broken glass in there?" And they'll be like, "Yes." And then later on, when there's 15 minutes left, someone will land on the garbage pan, and we won't see, injuries because it's PG. But they'll
Mhm.
go, "Ah!"
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. Okay,
You
wait.
make
What
the-
is this
make the
giant
airplane.
star?
I have no clue. I made it.
Okay, we will figure it out when we get there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Um,
it's a rug or if those are weird walls or what's going on.
like I said, the whole point of the game. This is a map making game. We just start
Mhm.
some broad details.
Roo
We'll
says
add it
hello.
in.
Hello, Woo. How
Hello.
are you?
What up,
Um,
Rue?
Are we ready to start making some characters now? We have a map. This is the blueprint. I want to rob this place. I
Yeah.
want to
Sounds good.
get that cowboy statue and sell it for $1,000.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I do the making characters part?
Yeah, go for
Yes,
it.
please.
Oh, do we have the two entrances and the small child's bedroom?
So
Which
we
one should
have
be the kid's
our
bedroom?
balcony entrance and our front door, and maybe we'll find more entrances.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
I don't know. Does our child have this horrible inner corner bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we'd be getting to the kid's bedroom like right away. It might be more fun if their bedroom was the one like in the top right corner.
What up
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could put a little what's a good icon for that?
Well,
Oh,
that's a stock
goodness.
photo of a piece of wood. So
So this is the cellar door to get into the basement.
cellar door.
Here's a trophy to mark that this is the kid's room.
Okay. All right.
Maybe
It's
they
got a
are
big room.
a champion at something. Well, it's not a triangle like their siblings' rooms, so
Yeah. Well, now I'm assuming that like the triangle rooms are kind of the parents' ensuite. Like they have the big triangle
Ah.
section for the two of them, but they each have their own kind of personal, private bedroom in the corner.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay, that is an amazing picture of a little kid with a skate. So, each player is going to be a member of our criminal gang, and one at a time will give yourself a name or an alias. On the map, you'll add a security feature, an alarm, an animal, bars on the windows, or whatever seems reasonable. Draw it onto the blueprint. Your character is part of this gang because they are uniquely able to deal with that feature. You might be the big tough, the safe cracker, the one with inside info at the police station, or whatever. Tell everyone about the security feature and your speciality. And then we'll do a little bit more character creation connections between us after that. But I think that's a good place to start. So, I think my criminal name is going to be Fox because my character canonically is wearing a hat like this. And let's see, what is the skate life? What is my specialty and what is the security feature?
What does the fox say?
Yeah, I think that the family has a this is so silly, but I have to do it. Let's see if I can find a good picture for this. Yeah, here we go. So, to protect their balcony, the family has a falcon,
What?
Yo,
a giant
What?
falcon the size of the house. No, it's smaller than that. Yeah, they're falconers, you know.
And they keep
Yeah.
it on the balcony?
They keep it on the balcony. It's got a little hutch on the balcony.
So that's kind of their falconry balcony?
Yeah, it's their falconry balcony. And they're gonna be dealt with by me because I am. Is it
A
too
falconer?
much if I say I'm a literal fox, the natural enemy of falcons?
Listen, we could lean in and make this full Wes Anderson.
What if one of the members of the heist crew is a fantastic heisting talking fox?
Mm-hmm.
I was raised by foxes, says Rue. Okay, that's actually much better.
Okay.
Yes. All right. I was simply a regular human being raised by foxes and taught the ways of the grift and also how to eat birds alive.
Yes.
Yep, that's what we're
Yep.
going with.
All right. The fox.
Alex, could you use the text tool and add like your character's name and pronouns there so that I can, because I've already forgotten them. I apologize.
Let's do it. Let's say the fox is also going to be him. We'll just make that so much bigger.
All right, so you've got your security feature, your speciality, your name,
Okay.
pronouns.
Bird fighting specialist.
Good.
Any
Very good.
birds that are present at this house, I am able to deal with.
Good. So I kind of want to go next because I have an idea that will establish a pattern. And Lara, I really want to challenge you to continue that pattern. And I'm going to say that the family that lives in this house are practicing wizards. And so this is not just a falconry balcony. It is an alchemy falconry balcony. And they have
my God.
a little, like, they have some wards that are set up. And so I am going to do a quick little Google image search for weird magic runes.
I have a question. Did you catch the podcast episode before you got on here?
I did not.
Cool, because one of the things was that I suggested that the kid should be a wizard, and everybody else was like, "Nuh-uh," and I was like, "Okay." So
And yet,
it is a rule of this game that the kid cannot be a wizard. So maybe the reason that their entire family is away at WizardCon, they are the only non-magical practitioner among the family.
And so I don't want to just like load up the balcony and be like, hey, here's 400 things. I definitely do think that in lore they practice alchemy out on the balcony. They practice alchemy out on the falconry balcony.
Right.
But the security feature is in the star here. This is we've found it. We've played to find out. The star is in fact a pentagram that wards the house.
Extremely good.
okay.
And
I knew I made the right move inviting you on the show, Taylor.
Yeah, thank you. Oh goodness. So I've been watching a lot of professional wrestling, and so I kind of want to give my weird, like, anti-wizard character a wrestling name, like Big Hoss.
Perfect.
Big Hoss Mackenzie. No, Mackenzie's too easy.
I thought of Big Hoss Macintosh, and then I was like, no, that's just me ripping off My Little Pony. We can't do that.
Let's go Big Hoss Chestnuts.
Ooh.
Okay.
A multi-layered name.
Yeah.
That's a very good name.
And he goes by he, him. And he is a wizard, anti-wizard specialist.
I'm so pleased.
Oh boy. So y'all you have issued me a challenge.
Yes.
Are these little wizards? I can't tell what that emoji is.
the
They
purple
seem
thing?
celebratory.
Yeah.
I just did a Google image search for weird magic runes, and that was one that popped up.
Oh, how do you make emojis? I guess
If you click on the three dots, the ellipses,
Oh,
there's
right.
an emojis
I meant
option.
in the chat. I feel like there should be a way. I'll just click it on my
Okay.
phone. Haha.
Oh, Icon Finder, what have you got for me? What I'm just gonna search Icon Finder for rhymes kind of with balcony and hmm. Okay. Sure. So, we've established this is a family of wizards. Falcon appreciating wizards. Thing
Mhm.
is, as we have established that the kid is not magic, since they have been stuck behind, there is no one actively maintaining the runes, which means that the entire dang old house has started to collapse a little bit upon
Oh.
itself,
Okay.
which has led to this situation. Let's see. There. Where we now have a rickety falconry balcony.
Yeah.
And I just want to establish that it is just sort of there's little cracks. Cracks are showing throughout the house, but they are at
Mhm.
their most obvious uh upon the rickety falconry balcony.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
And who am I?
I wish we had more players. I wish we had 5 players, so we had to keep this bit going.
Oh,
Well, I can tell you that when someone falls from the rickety falconry balcony, they'll be in agony.
with a broken knee.
Yeah. We found the same website, didn't we?
They break their valgus knee. What is valgus?
Yeah, I have no clue
It's
what valgus knee is.
the filthiest of the knees.
Ooh.
Ooh. It is a
Anyway, they call
deformity
me
involving
Filthy Knees Johansson.
oblique displacement of a part of a limb away from the midline. Oh, so your
Huh.
knee is all off akimbo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not able. There we go. Filthy Knees Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
And guess I'm really good at what, repair?
Yeah,
Fix
wow. You've got a magic hammer given to you by your father.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, we came here to rob these people and not to fucking raise their retail value.
I'm just a contractor. I'm just a good contractor. I know
We-
a lot of things about wood and its many amazing abilities.
We can't steal that cowboy statue. It's load bearing.
Trying to get our. What is this box you've made? It's so big.
Listen, I didn't know how to do a box.
You could have copied and pasted my box.
I don't trust you. I don't trust that your box will be sufficient for my needs.
That's fair.
Also, I don't know how I got the name Filthy
Listen, we're
Knees
all queer on this
Johansson, and I
stream. We
kind of
can
regret it.
need biceps.
Well, maybe you go by FK.
That's not a lot better, but okay.
It's not a lot better, but it's a little better.
Oh. Moving right along, once everyone
Mhm.
has introduced themselves, look at the player to your left, or to your down, as the case may be, and think about why you don't quite trust them. Too greedy, too rash, bad experience on a previous job. Share it with everyone.
Mm-hmm. I don't trust Filthy Knees Johansson because she's got filthy knees. Take a bath.
I've taken many baths.
They can't be cleaned.
They filth up over the course of my work. It's what I do. It's who I am.
Amazing.
I don't trust the fox because he ate my friggin' bird.
You
His
used to have
name
an
was
animal companion.
Chanticleer. He was a mina bird. and the fox ate him.
Good.
Chanticleer. That's such a
Chanticleer.
good name.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was a good name. Not good enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Not good
That's-
enough to save him from the fox.
And he was a minor bird, so he could like plead for his life,
And did.
and did. But the fox has no mercy for bird kind. They're my sworn enemies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So why do I not trust big hoss chestnuts? I think that what? I think that my fox family hides their home with illusion magic, and as a spellbreaker, you are able to see through it, and you know where our secret hideout is. And I'm really worried that one of these days you're gonna blackmail me with that information, and you're gonna try and like take my cut of the profits, because you've got leverage.
Mm-hmm.
How common are magic users in this world? Is it just like just this family and foxes?
It's
or...
just this family and foxes. It's
Okay.
very rare.
That's why this is the one to rob. This is the one with all the magic gunk. Got it.
Right.
Hey, what's the name of our criminal gang? The something bandits.
Hmm.
The Balcony Bandits. And our thing is we always enter through the balcony. 100% of the time. Probably shouldn't be advertising it.
It's got ass in it, or it's got alliteration on its side, which I like.
Yeah.
Could be something to do with the fact that we're going after wizards and other powerful targets. I can't think of a good name to reflect that. The Balcony Bandits is pretty good.
Yeah. I like it.
All right. Welcome to the Balcony Bandits. You don't have a balcony? You're safe from us.
Your host has to have at least 2 stories.
So Rhyme Zone does this thing where if it identifies a possible rhyme for whatever word you're putting in, it also checks to see if that's been used in lyrics of a song, and I can tell you there are 4 matches to balcony.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. One with
That seems-
alchemy,
Alchemy.
one with falconry,
Nice.
one with reality, and
Uh-huh.
one with Anthony.
Anthony Balcony.
Mm-hmm.
That's who owns the house.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the name of the kid. That's the kid who's going to be we're going to be dealing with. It's Anthony
Oh.
Balcony. Ugh.
Anthony goes by Tony because I love the idea that like he's called Tony Balcony.
Tony Balcony. Oh my god. Yeah, their name is Balconi, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Just a moment.
thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Viditi's here.
Yeah.
Everyone who's cool is here.
Mm-hmm.
My outfit is partially diegetic in that my character also wears a fox hat and was raised by foxes, but is still a human.
My outfit is also partially diegetic, but fortunately you can't see me from the waist down. So
Yeah, I've just got my socks feet.
Because fucking Ansel Mindfreak hates wizards.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
We're all doing a great job here on this stream.
we
Mhm.
are taking
I'm
it serious.
proud of us.
I have a deck of cards here. I've already done all the setup that needs to be done
Nice
to
job.
make it good.
Well, gentle listeners, there's a whole section for setting up the heist and putting our deck together and shuffling it and putting things in specific places that you will not need to know about. and in fact can't, go buy the game if you want to find out how it works. Don't just try to steal our game by transcribing the entire stream. No one would ever do that. Oh my god.
This is $5 worth of mystery.
Yeah,
You
you'll
know
never
you
know.
want to know.
So
You
for
get
our gameplay,
nothing.
we're gonna start with the Greediest Criminal, and then we'll be taking turns drawing the top card of the deck and looking at our beautiful proprietary chart for its associated prompt, reading the prompts aloud and answering them. This is, as listeners of the podcast, which I could assume is nobody because we put this out a couple hours ago. As everyone who's already listened to the podcast knows, which is literally just me out of all humanity, we are going to be looking at prompts because this is a hack of Avery Alder's The Quiet Year in some respects.
We've
And
cut off a lot of it, but
don't tell her we said that because this... No, it'll be fine. This game is great. Shout it
Yeah.
from the rooftops.
Mm-hmm. Love a
So-
good theme for your card suits, card draw prompt answering game.
Yeah, and this one should hopefully be pretty good
hopefully.
because, Quiet Year's got good bones. We have
Listen,
put...
it's already pretty good if we've come up with the phrase alchemy, falconry, balcony.
Exactly.
Rickety alchemy.
Rickety, alchemy, falconry,
Rickety.
falconry.
Oh, yeah, can somebody label that thing? So we're going to be drawing
Come
some
on.
cards from the deck, looking at the chart for the prompts, reading the prompt aloud, and then answering it. Depending on the nature of the prompt, you might just provide some details, or you might narrate an incident, or even invite the other players into doing a small scene. Whatever we do, we'll add a detail to the blueprint to reflect new and changed information. During the first phase, this will be security features, vulnerabilities, and valuables. During the second, it'll be details about the kid and what they care about. The third is just traps and pratfalls and getting hit in the face with a paint can. And then during the final, it's the path that the chase makes through the house and the surrounding area. And play will proceed clockways. And then, I think... Uh-oh. Okay, no,
What?
we're good. Our formatting got slightly junked up on the bottom of this.
Oh,
But if
bazinga.
you draw an ace, we're going to get another little scene. The aces are the transitions between the four sections. And then we'll just do that. And then our last ace will be our Frost Shepherd's card, which is the end of the game.
Mm-hmm. And it bears noting, there's a kid. They are just a kid. They are fueled by movie logic and vulnerability. We don't get to hurt the kid. We get to want to hurt the kid sometimes, but we don't get to actually hurt the kid. It's a lot like parenting.
And just like parents, we will be occasionally beaten black and blue, but not bloody because this is PG-13, and the kid will narrowly escape any painful thing that might happen to them.
And we will lose, obviously. And sort of goes without saying.
We will be, at best, fleeing empty-handed when the big crescendo finishes. Oh, that's a good subtle reference to the musical terminology that Dira brought up in the episode. Nice. Yeah, spoilers. We're gonna lose. This is, along with Bring Me the Head of the Earthling Sigourney Weaver, our second game in which the baddies lose. Well, I think that we did write rules for the baddies potentially winning in that one, in the end.
Yeah. But we didn't want them to.
We don't want them to.
We probably shouldn't have let them. You know what? Different game.
Yep.
Which one of us is the greediest?
I think you are, Lara, because you've already expressed interest in stealing that cowboy statue.
I do want that. I do want that good cowboy statue. All right, I'm drawing the top card off of the deck.
Let's do it.
And I have not heard Alex or I identify a target yet.
A thing we want, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're about to find out a thing we all want with this 6 of clubs,
Ooh.
which incidentally is represented by the bird's foot trefoil, Lotus corniculatus. We
Oh,
got
lovely.
flower and bird cards. Six of six of clubs. You stroll back to your hideout with a garbage can you swipe from the front of the house. Hey, foreshadowing.
My
There's a
God.
garbage can already there.
We knew it.
Going through it suggests some interesting valuables. What are they? All right, gang. Where? We never like decide where our hideout is. I imagine we're just in like a big old empty house nearby, like something that's under construction, right?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
We're in proximity to the rickety alchemy falconry balconry.
We're. Oh God.
Indubitably.
Why?
So
Okay.
yes, this adjacent house.
We're in the adjacent house, and so like a couple days before the heist goes off, I kick the door open and I walk in dragging this big empty trash can, not empty, big heavy trash can behind me, and I dump it on the floor to pour out all of the bits, and I say,
Gross.
gang, I found us some intel. Let's dive in and see what we can get.
Ooh, that trash can's as filthy as your knees. I'm not going in there.
Yeah,
well,
I have very sensitive sense of smell from being raised by foxes, so I am not going anywhere near that trash, actually.
you bunch of pansies.
They're
And
very hygienic animals.
I just dive into that trash. I swim in it.
Yes.
And what do I find that is of interest? What do I find that suggests interesting valuables? I find some receipts way down at the bottom.
Receipts.
Receipts. I pull them out. I hold them up triumphantly. Gang, you see what I got here? This here's a receipt for some wizard shit. Some crystals? Some
You
crystals?
really kicked that can down the road and then immediately had to pick it up again yourself, didn't you?
Oh, but not just any old crystals. These are some advanced crystals. These are some. Well, I mean, they're wizards. We've just sort of accepted this fact that they're wizards. There's no there's no getting away from wizards at this point, right?
Right.
Cool.
They'll just teleport behind you.
Then I'm gonna zoom on in over here. Oh, sorry. And I'm gonna draw where I suspect the weather crystals are. Crystals that create their own self-contained internal weather patterns. If I had to guess, I'd say that there's a shelf of them right over here on the first floor. I'm going to settle on an accent eventually. Don't you worry.
No, the generic criminal accent, it changes.
So I'm just going to draw in some crystals. Some crystals.
Beautiful
There we
structure
go.
there.
And this crystal has like sunlight coming out of it. And this crystal has rain. And that's just two. That's just two of the many crystals that are going to be available.
Well, those are the ones that they have the receipts for when they bought them from the Fantasy Costco.
Yeah, doubtless they have many, many more. So now I'm hyped.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, help me clean this up, gang.
Yeah. Nope.
Ah, beans.
Big Hoss Chestnuts comes in with a giant broom and helps.
Thanks, Big Hoss. You I like. Yes, it is now the fox's turn.
All right. So the fox will draw a card. What did I get? I can't read that.
It's
So
a
small.
5. It's a 5.
A 5
There we
of
go.
clubs.
Look at this. Northern Cardinal.
It's a northern
Beautiful.
cardinal.
A 5 of clubs. So this says, I'm pretending to be a gardener, touching up the house's shrubs. What do I find that seems a bit off? Makes it seem like there might be someone still there. So we obviously, like the bandits in Home Alone, do not know that this house is still defended by one 10-year-old non-wizard.
Mhm.
So I think as I am taking my gardening shears that we have pinched from the shed around the side of the house, I have got oh no, I'm trimming their rose bush, obviously. They've
Hmm.
got beautiful white and pink roses growing
Mhm.
there. And I think I see that I should have had an end to that sentence when I started it. Uh, think there is a flickering in one of the lights, like there's a TV on in there. And I can't hear anything, but I can see like up on the second floor that there's something going, and I'm like, huh, is this just do they have some sort of lightning in a bottle flickering there? What could it be?
Mm.
But it might be a sign of life. Let's see if there's got to be a TV emoji, right? Yeah, there
You'd think
is.
so, yeah.
Good.
Boom. So I'm gonna say adjacent to the Alchemy Falconry balcony.
The rickety
The
alchemy
rickety
falconry
alchemy
Rickety
falconry
Alchemy Falconry
balcony.
balcony. Here's a TV room
All right.
with whatever wizards use for their TVs. Maybe it's just a TV.
It's crystals, but
It's
they're
crystals.
liquid, and they form this sort of display of sorts.
Many, many tiny crystals. Very expensive. Rose quartz and lapis lazuli, and all the crystal gems are there.
I hear they sometimes save the day.
I'm pretty sure they always save the day.
That doesn't seem likely. Um,
It would be so difficult.
all right, you ready, Big Hoss? Uh,
Oh,
you
Big
have
Hoss Chestnuts is always ready.
you have
Is
drawn
that a
the Jack.
of clubs? One of the bandits is having an attack of conscience of robbing the place. Remind them what makes these parents such absolute jerks you're justified in robbing.
Ooh.
Oh, you're the right one
And
to
I
be talking
think
about
that
this.
What's that?
You're the right one to be talking about this. You know,
Yeah,
you're
I
an
think Big Hoss
anti-magic
has a
specialist.
conscience. He's he's an anti-magic specialist, and he loves good people, but he doesn't like magic. And these people who own this house are not good people, and they do practice magic. And I think that the thing that we see is like they've got some weird spell that's like going on in the garage. And so like one night as we're like passing by on the block, um, we see these like purple flashes that go out of the garage, and we're like, I think Big Hoss scrambles out of the car as only a man who's 6'8" and 350 pounds can do. And he like goes over and peers in, and you can see his like rippling shoulder muscles. And he's just like, ugh. And there's some weird runes in there, and he's like, oh, we were wrong to think that this was a victimless crime, but they had it coming. And I think that we just like don't get any more context to that. It's just that's bad magic. That's
Just
in
there's some bad runes in the
Ooh.
garage. Also, I guess they have a garage now.
there.
Yeah.
Well, should I add the garage?
I guess.
I'm gonna add the garage.
Might as well.
I'm doing it. There's the garage.
Oh,
It's where
okay.
they keep their AMC Gremlin.
Yeah.
It's the
And their
wizardiest
bad
car that I could
runes.
think of on short notice.
Yeah. No, and I think it's like something like they're just like essentially just printing money, but it's like you can see through the runes that it's money that's not actually being like printed. It's like getting sucked out of like minimum wage workers' wallets or something.
Oh,
Like
That's
they're
so
actually
awful.
like actively casting a spell to rob poor people.
Oh.
That's
Someone puts
hateful.
their paycheck into their pocket and then it just falls out of the bottom of the pocket into a little portal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I want to rob them even more. I want to rob
Yeah,
them
this is
harder.
great actually.
I think like as Big Hoss is looking at that, like the fox is like stuffing maybe like a couple coins that he found under the seat into his pocket, and then like Big Hoss sees a couple coins drop out of the runes like onto the
Yes.
floor.
That's so good. Then I stick my hand through and there's like you can see like the tips of my fingers are like wiggling for a second. It's very
Yeah.
creepy.
Big Hoss is like, ooh, a buffalo nickel, and then at the exact same time, the Big Hoss is like, hey, look, a buffalo nickel. But anyway, that we got there eventually. They're bad people.
Yeah,
Nice.
bad people. Hate them.
Well, that prompt really did its job. I am now like legitimately more excited about robbing them.
So here's the thing. I watched Home Alone today,
Right.
2 hours ago in preparation for this game, and the McAllisters absolutely deserved to be robbed. Like their house is inscrutably large and just like offensively fancy. So the wet bandits were in the right. Like they were the good guys through that whole movie.
You heard it here.
They were the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
They really were right when they wanted to beat up a child in order
And
to
that's
rob
why
a house.
we wrote this game to honor them.
Yep.
It is to me, and it is to 3 of clubs. Myself and another bandit are walking past the house, all casual-like. What's an ad hoc security feature we didn't notice before? So who am I walking with? You know what? I'm not walking with the fox. I don't do walks with the fox. It's you and me, Big Hoss.
As much as it rhymes.
We're doing another case around. I need you to be my magic eyes, and I'll be your normal, regular stuff eyes. I don't know. I don't know how you work.
And I don't know how you work with all those filth around your knees.
I put on like pantaloons when I need to. When I needs to. I got pantaloons.
Yeah,
and
I still don't trust you, but it's much better doing a walk around without the fox here.
I'm
so sorry, fox.
So we're doing our gentle little case about, and this is the conversation we're having when suddenly I spy something. Big Hoss, stop! I say, putting my hand in front of you as if to stop a barge in motion, and it does not work. My arm twists forward, but that just gets me in position to point up at the roof line of the house at an ad hoc security feature that I had not noticed before. And let's see if I can find an icon for this. Means that, like, folks at home get a preview. Ah, okay. Cool.
Alex, very powerful.
So,
I'm highlighting my own rhymes.
Let's embiggen you a bit. We got a gargoyle on the outside of the second floor. Maybe if I can just lift everything up a little bitty woo. There we go.
Nice.
And that gargoyle is poised right over the front door. But, like, I can see with my contractor's eye that someone has weakened the base of the gargoyle so that someone standing at the door could get a head full of garg if they ain't careful.
Amazing.
Lucky thing, we only ever go in through the balcony. Am I right, Big Hoss?
Oh, you know it.
And
Big
we
Hoss only goes through the balcony.
And then we continue our case out peacefully.
And you know,
But
I think that gargoyle might have been made out of shale. And if there's one thing I'm not getting into tonight, it's a sedimentary rickety alchemy found in the balcony.
Thank you.
Oh.
had to Google types of sedimentary rocks for that joke.
Well done.
Well
we appreciate
worth
a
it.
well-researched
Yes.
joke here on Unplaytested.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We'll research our
Oh.
jokes, but not our game design.
Oh, no. Shall I draw another card?
Please.
You
do.
shall draw a 2.
The 2 of clubs. Pick another bandit. Tell them what valuable bit of kit you're most excited to get your grubby mitts on. You got rhymes even there. That was good. Well, I, as a kit myself, love to get my hands on pieces of kit. Isn't that what you call? That's what you call baby foxes, right?
A kit, yeah.
It's what I call them.
So I am excited to get my hands on the. Let's see here. Looking up some emojis. I'm gonna say that I have heard that one of the siblings of the kid has got a magic candle in their room, and this candle will let you speak to the dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that
Will
is
it
a
let me
valuable-
speak to Chanticleer again?
No, I think that it brings back the ghost of the person shortly before they died, so Chanticleer would still be like mostly eaten and would really have a hard time communicating. You have to. It really only works on people who have died in peaceful situations.
Mm-hmm.
That was morbid. Yep, that's how it works.
Yeah, the rickety alchemy falconry balconry is teaching me a lot about morality and mortality tonight.
And a bit about necromancy.
So, and oh, who am I telling this to? Yeah, I'm telling this to your character, obviously, to Filthy Knees, FK.
FK.
That's why I say, yeah, it wouldn't, it wouldn't really work to talk to Chanticleer, but I'm hoping to use it to speak with my grandma Fox, who I have never met because foxes have a shorter lifespan than humans. So she died before I was born,
Oh,
or before I
goodness.
was raised by foxes, anyway.
Well, that seems pretty reasonable. I'm glad you get to talk to a dead person you care about, who I guess nobody ate.
Yep. No.
Actually, I don't know if somebody ate her. I don't know.
Nope.
Do you eat
she'll-
foxes?
No, that would be extremely terrible. Why would I eat a sentient being like that? I only eat birds, the most evil of all animals, who cannot be trusted.
Listen, I'm not saying I trusted Chanticleer. I'm just saying that I loved her.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean Chanticleer was like a real leg breaker, right? Had a lot of close ties with organized crime.
Yeah, Chanticleer was no good. But she was my kind of
I
no
ate
good.
Chanticleer for my own protection. Honestly, I was pretty sure that that they were about to turn on me.
Chanticleer was coming at you to get your knees clean.
We have a good get your knees cleaned. Oh my gosh. We have a good question from To Your Stations. How old is this kid's sibling, and why isn't the movie about their necromantic shenanigans?
She's 5, and nobody knows she's doing it.
It's the sequel.
That's great.
They're setting it up in this film so that they can do it in the next one.
That's very good. Yeah. The second movie takes place in the spirit world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was my card.
All right.
Shall we continue on to Taylor?
Yes, please.
You get a 7. And a common mallow.
Yeah, the 7 of clubs.
7 of
My favorite
clubs.
bird is the marshmallow.
Gotta do some planning. You have reason to suspect that there's extra security that falls under another bandit's expertise. Tell him what you're concerned about. Well, Filthy Knees, I think that um, not only is the balcony a little rickety, um, I think that the runes that are starting to circle have really weakened the structural integrity of the entire house, such that the pillars of reality are starting to warp.
Pillars of reality do definitely fall under my purview. All kinds of pillars: Doric, Ionic, Eternity, any kind of pillar. I can.
Eternity. Oh my god.
Yeah, I do see that. I do see that if I look out the window, uh, and sort of gaze upon the house. That the pillars that surround it, some of which are actually made of masonry, and some of which are metaphorical indications of its state of existence, W/R/D, the world as we know it, are incredibly weak. So, a wrong step on the second floor, and you might just collapse the whole thing, or you might just collapse into the underworld. So we're gonna have to be really careful on the walk from the balcony to the stairs.
Mm. And I'm also just adding a wormhole that's from the
That's fair.
balcony to the stairs.
Nice. I am really looking forward to when we fit one more thing onto that balcony.
I'm just really excited for like the climactic moment where Big Hoss Chestnuts is like holding on and being sucked into like the void,
Yes.
and his last words are just, "I'm sorry, I called your knees filthy."
They were, though. They
They
absolutely
always
were.
were.
And he didn't need to say it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. It is to me. It is the 9 of clubs. Driving past the house, you see what you thought was a concern is actually a huge vulnerability. What
Ooh.
changed? Oh, what that we are concerned about, and there is so much to concern myself in this house. What is actually a vulnerability? And you know what? Ah, here's what I figure out. Here's what I find out as I'm driving. I'm driving past the house. I'm casing the joint one more time, probably before our big outing, or maybe like the penultimate time. I don't know.
One of the times.
We've been casing this house every day for a week. Very not suspicious.
Going by, clipping its roses, walking by the garage.
And I see that, I look at those columns. I do look at them columns, both the regular and the metaphorical, relating to position within reality as we know it. And what I realize is that the cracks that are forming in these columns, and I'm just going to go over to this column. I'm just going to draw some little cracky cracks on it. Crack, 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 crack. There. Those cracks on that column are actually some very useful handholds that are available for us. We could shimmy up those columns, or shimmy down those columns, or, as need be, climb up onto the balcony, leap over the balcony to the columns, and shimmy from one to the next to make our way across the outside of the second floor.
Doing our sort of Assassin's Creed parkour.
Exactly. Although I feel like, sometimes you'll be putting your hand in a finger hole that's a crack, then on the other side of it is like the eternal plane of eternal flame. And that's probably going to be uncomfortable, but you can still make it.
You can still make it.
So it's a vulnerability of the house. It's another way in, column-wise. And then I drive on back. Like, I see that, and then I just pull a U-turn just right on this suburban street, and I drive back to next door, and I run in shouting, "Hey, I spotted a vulnerability, gang!"
All right,
Very.
draw me a card.
Ba-ha!
I got.
It is.
Is that the
the
ace?
ace.
And is that a what? Is that a woodpecker?
It's a yellow-bellied. It's a yellow-bellied sapsucker.
Oh, state bird of Oregon.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there we go.
It's like
There's
the
our
one
friend.
bird fact I know. I'm very chuffed. All right, it's time to move in, gang. Everyone talk about what's going on as we head to the house, what we're excited to take, and so on. Suddenly, something goes awry. What's happening? Why is it clear that we can't just waltz in? End the scene when you see the kid who the family somehow left behind. The kid, incidentally, also sees you.
Dun dun dun.
Keegan has just gotten here and is impressed by our bird lore. Well, you don't even know, Keegan, about our rickety alchemy falconry balcony.
Or the necromancy that exists there.
Or my dearly departed Chanticleer.
There's so much bird lore to catch up on. Well, as the anti-bird expert of our heist crew, I think I am keeping an eye on that balcony, and I've got my crossbow just really pointed up there at the balcony, waiting for any unhooded falcon to swoop down upon us.
All right.
And I'm saying that I'm really excited about taking the family's gargoyle. I think that I can probably I can probably reprogram it, right? Like, because a gargoyle's kind of a bird, and so I'm pretty sure that my anti-bird skills will work on that thing. If I can take it home and put it on my house, then I'll have a protective gargoyle.
I mean, that seems perfectly reasonable. I'm not picking up that gargoyle. You get to pick it up, but
It's shale, one of the lightest rocks.
So let's see. What am I excited to take? Oh, I'm all about the weather crystals. I want them weather crystals because all I'm telling you is I don't want to name body parts, but I could use with some like very concentrated, very strong rain on some areas to maybe wash off some things. Not going to name body parts. Be uncouth.
No reason to.
So I think my plan is I'm gonna be doing the upstairs. I'm gonna shimmy on up the outside of the balcony, rickety though it may be, and start making our entrance. That's what I'm up to. What about you, Chestnuts?
Well,
what are you excited for?
Yeah, at first I was excited to steal their sense of comfort because I think these, rich cats stealing poor people's money need to have their comfort stolen from them. But as we passed and cased the joint, I saw Tony Balcony's rad skateboard hanging up in his room, and I think that's going to be my prize. It's a symbolic victory.
The most important kind. Suddenly something goes awry. What goes awry with our plan?
Well, what's that I hear? It's the sound of... No, it couldn't be. That sounds exactly like the sound of a 10-year-old grinding a skateboard down the balcony of a staircase inside the house. But surely no one would be doing that. In general, the amount of hijinks you'd have to be getting up to grind a staircase railing in your own home.
You truly are the sommelier of sounds. That you can pick that out.
It's my ears. They've been well trained.
I think it's worse than that. I think it starts as the sound of a 10-year-old grinding up the rail, and then suddenly it's wait a minute, it's the sound of a child. Yo, Yeah, no. First grinding down, then grinding up. And then we can hear it's the sound of a child grinding through a window and grinding along a roof.
along a rain gutter. Tony Balcony is getting just an absolute Tony Hawk Pro Skater high score with this continuous grind.
Yeah, he's grinded up the stair, out the window. He's now grinding.
He does
He's
a
grinding
540 indie nose bone.
over the gargoyle.
It's that
Whoa.
You get a bonus
CGI
for
that,
going
like-
across the horns of the gargoyle, yes.
Yeah. It's that sort of CGI that looks good now, but in like a mere 3 years looks terrible.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. No, this is some PS1 graphics.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl looking.
And then he's oh god, he's grinding his way for the balcony. I'm gonna have to leap off into the trash can below. It's gonna be very embarrassing.
This is where we
Amazing.
have the agony off of the Rickety Alchemy Falconry Balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's I fall knees first into the trash below.
Oh. Saved
Oh,
but by the filth that you've built up.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty great. Well, you make sure you don't get sick from that, or else you might catch a Rickety Alchemy Falconry Balcony agony malady.
Powerful.
You know, I could end broadcast at any time.
And you know what? Do it, you coward. You know this is gold.
Why?
Our viewer count is going up. They love the rhymes.
Oh,
All right.
God.
So as we lock eyes, the kid was not seeing us, right? But it's when he does the 540
Oh.
that he gets a full, not only a 360-degree view, but even more than 360 degrees of view
540 whole degrees.
that he spots us. We can see his I don't want to say what his eye color is. Yeah, his pale, icy blue eyes go wide with shock, and he quickly backflips into a window. Because I think, if you're raised by a family of wizards, you have to have some sort of skills, and clearly he has cultivated some real Dave Strider-esque skateboard and acrobatic skills.
So, Alex, I've zoomed into this picture of Tony Balcony, and
We got to get Lara to zoom in on that.
I do have to correct you. He has clearly dark brown eyes.
Excuse me, dark brown. They just looked ice blue in the reflection off the gargoyle.
Because he's so fucking rad.
Ah.
Hell yeah.
Do his eyes light up while he's skateboarding?
Yeah,
Ooh,
with skateboard
maybe.
power.
Yeah, I mean, his parents are wizards, and he's got, skateboard power.
He can still have a magic skateboard without being a wizard himself.
I thought it was sort of assumed that the skateboard was magic. I didn't know that we needed to say that.
That's one of those things that there's no exposition for.
Yeah.
No.
It's just known. All right, so we end the scene when we see the kid, who has also seen us. Next, we're going to be moving on to our heart suit and watch the kid from afar, guessing at what's going on in his head.
All right.
It's also been about an hour of playing.
Oh, yeah.
How's our energy levels at? Can take
I'm having a
sip
good time.
of your
Pretty
preferred
good.
beverage.
The only liquid I have at my desk is my hot sauce, so I'm not...
Do it, coward.
We can also take a break at
Yeah,
some
we can
point.
also take like a tenner if we need to. Or we could
keep going for another little bit and then take our break at our halfway mark or something.
Yeah, let's do that halfway point.
All right, sweet.
Okay. In which case, I guess it goes on to
Taylor.
Big Hoss Chestnuts.
Load it up.
8-0 hearts.
You're at your hideout when you realize the kid is sneaking around outside. You chase him back to their house, but they shimmy in through a secret entrance too small for any of you. How do they get in? Oh, man. The
Oh.
shimmying. He scampers, and there's got to be like a crawl space underneath something. No, here we
Mm.
go. I fucking did it myself. The cellar door.
Yes.
So we like chase him back, and he fucking like dives into the mud and squiggles his way underneath the floorboards. And I think this is another example of like the security features of this house, where like
Mm.
he doesn't lift the door. He just like, with the magic of the mud around the house, just like sklorps in.
Amazing.
What are those? What are the aliens from Enterprise called that they can like move their body? The Zindi, I think. I want to say. Um, I want to. Gosh,
No,
it's
it's
Never
not that.
watched Enterprise.
99% sure it's. So
No,
here's
the
thing,
Zindi were
I
from
love
season
Enterprise.
3. Those are the ones from season 1 and 2. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh. From the temporal Cold War. You know that plot
Right.
that didn't fucking go anywhere.
Well, do I have something to tell you about Star Trek Discovery?
Oh, okay.
Aliens, weird body stuff.
I can't
The
wait to see what that.
Thank
Suliban.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, so he like morphs under the cellar door like through a crack with this weird Suliban mud magic. And none of us can get into it. Least of all Big Hoss Chestnuts.
Nice. Oh, whoa. These Sulibans, look like you shouldn't Google them if you have tryptophobia.
Yeah, they got bad skin stuff happening.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how you're gonna draw Suliban mud magic on the map, but
Oh, that's right. I keep
Just
forgetting
take
that I
a
have to,
just
like,
take a
draw shit.
screenshot of a Suliban, and we'll all remember what it means.
Yeah.
or just put a little splotchy squiggle to mean mud.
No, we're gonna break
If you want
copyright
to be
here.
weird about it.
Here's this guy.
Oh boy. Right there.
Yep,
Only that guy may enter.
that's where he
Perfect.
lives now.
Absolutely, just a tiny baby Suliban head.
Beautiful. All right. Oh, okay. I got a king.
Oh.
King of Hearts. So this one does slightly contradict our canon, perhaps. You
Yeah.
have broken into an empty neighborhood house to keep an eye on the kid and find that it's been trapped. I guess it can just be the house that has already
It could
been
just
our
be
hideout.
our hideout. Yeah, the kid is just striking back, which
The
I
kid
kind of
is-
admire the proactivity.
Yeah, this kid is way more proactive than Kevin McAllister. Kevin McAllister, what a lazy bum. This
Yeah.
kid doing the job. I think the way
Tony.
Tony Balcony, love you. I think that like we all went out for lunch or something. Like we're coming back from the Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
We're
I got
carrying
a Crunchwrap Supreme.
in this rich fantasy land we've developed. They still have the potato soft tacos.
No, it's back.
It's back
Some of the
eventually.
potatoes are back. I don't know.
I hear
Okay,
they're
anyway.
back in March.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's potato soft tacos, and I have 100
How
of
hard
them.
can it be?
I have no idea. I'm so mad. So we've got our tacos, and we're going up to the door. And what do we find at the door to prove that it's been trapped somehow? And I'll get it by the end of this sentence. And what I've got, especially since I now realize too late. Wait, how do I draw something on our door on this map?
Just scooch it to the left. Our house is to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Our house, okay, our house is to the left. This is.
I've been imagining it to the left. I don't know about you two.
I mean, it's on the same side as the balcony, obviously.
Yeah.
So let's do a
Well,
small.
I'm glad there was a
scooch.
rationale behind that. I didn't realize that I had one.
So
Our
yeah,
house.
our house.
To the left of the balcony.
And,
Thank you.
and Screw it. There's a bone construct inside.
Yo!
Love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna search bone construct here on the icon finder.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for Gargoyle.
Yeah, but I feel like gargoyle
Oh.
exists as a concept.
this is
And
a
bone
new
constructs do not?
thing. Ooh, a
Here we go.
fish?
It's not a fish.
Okay.
It's not.
If you want to be boring about it.
And I do. Oh, it's pretty big,
good.
though. It's a big,
Jeez.
it's a real big chunker. Not that
He's a
big.
The
big
Wet Bandits
man.
had it easy. They didn't have to fight a gargantuan skeleton.
So we open up the door, and standing in the still relatively garbage-strewn parlor of this house we've broken into is a bone construct who charges after us with malicious intent. And what follows is it's just an extremely dramatic fight sequence. We throw our tacos at it. It
This is where, like,
roars.
the actor who plays Big Hoss Chestnuts' previous experience as a professional wrestler gets to shine.
Oh, yes.
And by gets to shine, we mean that was a part of the contract. Is
Yeah.
I get to do a wrestling scene.
Mhm.
We're
gonna do some DDTs, some lariats.
Yes.
But I'm getting older, so I don't want to actually pick up a person. So it does have to be entirely CG. Make it work.
It's just the skeleton is a practical effect. It's a puppet.
Oh, okay, very good.
We've got some very talented puppeteers in to work the skeleton. But
And-
it's also very expensive, so a lot of the fight scene is just shots of the house outside as, like, it shakes around in a cartoonish way, and there's big sound effects, and someone goes, "My God, look at that!"
I didn't know skeletons could do that. Heavens! Now there's 10 of them.
That
And
kid
if-
had a bone to pick with us.
Ah,
And
don't worry, we're
eventually,
just ribbing.
oh god,
Oh, damn.
the bone construct is destroyed, scattered, and defeated. Huzzah! Damn that kid.
That kid.
A kid.
So radical.
So good at necromancy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
No, he can't have summoned the skeleton because he's not a wizard.
Not a wizard.
That's
We've
just
made
the
that
family
bountifully
skeleton.
clear.
I guess it's good that the skeleton was sent here and we weren't surprised by a skeleton later.
Yeah, he just found it in the closet.
Okay.
The game closet.
Hey,
Game closet. The skeleton closet.
I'm drawing
Alex,
next.
you're up.
Card me.
Ba-ba-ba-zow.
It's a seven,
Seven
of
of
hearts.
hearts.
Huh.
It's a brown-headed cowbird.
There's a big package waiting on the doorstep. The kid opens it right there, revealing a toy their parents almost certainly wouldn't let him keep. What is? I think it is a toy brown-headed cowbird. Because my anti-bird expertise is going to need to come up later. The one thing that you can't have as a pet as a wizard is live birds that are not sanctioned by your family, right? They are
Right.
too dangerous and powerful. Can you hold that bird picture up to me again?
Yeah, of course.
Here we go. Very powerful looking bird. The strength of both cow and bird. So I think that
the best
that
of
this
both
bird
worlds.
it comes out, flutters out, and lands on Tony's outstretched finger as though he were a Disney princess. He feeds it some seeds from his hand, and their eyes both glow as they establish an empathetic bond, where he can now see through the bird's eyes. And,
Oh!
That's the bird's power, not Kevin's power. All cowbirds can do that.
Of course. That's the one thing everyone knows about cowbirds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes and nests amid the rafters of the roof.
Do you have a picture of a brown-headed cowbird?
Take a screenshot. Okay, get out your phone. Take a
Hey,
picture
no,
of
here
that
we go.
card.
Y'all
No!
are forgetting that there's literally a Google image search part of this thing.
Yes, no. Brown-headed. This is gonna be great. Brown-headed cowbird. I'm gonna be
got it.
so pleased. Here we go. Oh, look at you, darling. Look at your little brown head. There we go. The gigantic. Did I mention the brown-headed cowbird was 15 feet tall? No, it's regular bird size. And it lives up on the. How do we represent the roof? It lives on the roof right above.
Do we make
Tony
a
Balcony's
triangle
room.
above? Like a roof triangle to represent the roof?
That's too weird. No, it'll just go right here.
Okay.
Makes
Make
a
a
little
roof
nest
triangle.
right above his room. Wouldn't it be nice to have a little bird friend that lived right above your room? You could see through its eyes. We all want that.
Wouldn't it be nice to have
Have a
bird friend?
cowbird.
Yeah.
All right.
What is the money face over there?
I had.
Oh, for
to make
the
a-
money rune thing.
Yeah, the money.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Card me.
6 hearts.
Wow, I didn't realize how good this wormhole graphic was until I zoomed in on it.
It's very good.
You're gonna call the house and ask to talk to the kid's parents and see what they say. The kid picks up, but what excuses do they make?
I love that this is happening after we've had like several physical confrontations.
Yeah, we're like, listen, this kid is too much. Clearly not a wizard. So what's going on here? And so I think I call up and I've got like my phone book full of wizard regulations, and I'm ready to just like be like, listen, you got your kid riding a magical skateboard. There's weird wormholes. Your gargoyle is non-magical, which clearly is against regulations. But I think when I pick up and I was like, let me speak to the parents. Tony Balcony, I don't think just makes an excuse. I think he just leaves the phone unhooked, doesn't even hang up, and then just like we hear muffled sounds of grinding in the distance. As
He's too radical.
He's too radical. That's his excuse. He's doing ollies off the sick 20 front nose boy.
Nice.
I don't know what skateboards are.
I love the idea of a kid just like grinding the marble countertops of their family's wizard mansion.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He's too radical.
He's intensely, painfully radical.
That's so good.
I don't know how we illustrate that altercation.
A little phone?
Little phone? In
Yeah,
retrospect,
I
that's
think a
not
little
an
phone.
extremely illustrable prompt.
Well, we like to challenge our gamers here at Unplaytested. Draw the undrawable, see the invisible, row row, fight the power.
Grind the ungrindable. Nothing is ungrindable for Tony Balcony.
Just thinking of like a Man of La Mancha style chorus singing "Grind the Ungrindable Dream."
So good.
It's too good. All right.
Card yourself, my friend.
Can and shall. 4. One of us poses as a pizza delivery person to get a little closer. See if we can take stock of this kid face to face.
I love that it's you, the most recognizable one, with your signature always dirty knees.
I'm very cleverly like what I've done is I've strapped a calzone to each leg to cover up my
Okay.
knee.
Dirt is matter out of place, Lara. That's not making them cleaner.
Yeah, the additional problem is I will never unstrap those calzones. They're just gonna be
They're
there.
just gonna stay there. Horrifying.
Oh goodness. And yeah, calzone on each leg, pizza in each hand. I'm strolling up to the door. Like, I'm trying to think, did we do something clever where we like intercepted him ordering a pizza, or am I just thinking to myself, stupid kid's gonna want a pizza? Probably that
We just
one.
learned about his phone, so it seems possible that we could have come up with some sort of wiretap plan.
We did a very clever wiretap, yes.
Yeah.
Also, I think that we're all forgetting the fact that movie logic could just mean that we show up and go pizza delivery.
Right.
Pizza
right.
delivery for Tony Balcony?
And he goes, but I didn't order a pizza. And we go, well, someone's going to have to pay for it.
Also, it's Balcony.
Eh.
He gets that all the time.
But he also uses a clever ploy to get this pizza without being seen. So I'm trying to... Despite the fact that we have seen him several times already, this is the time he's going to be very, very cautious. So I stroll up to the front door, got my pizzas, knock on the door. Pizza delivery for the Balcony family.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh boy, if he were a different sort of kid, this would be the moment where he, like, plays a mob movie. But I don't think that is what's going to happen because he's surrounded by magical gewgaws. So I think what happens... Yeah, okay. Yeah. I say yeah, okay, to buy a little extra time while I'm still thinking.
How's that working out for
As
you?
if to sound as though I had just realized what I wanted, when that was a lie.
That's fine. I don't think anyone will notice.
I believe that what happens is that I hear a voice from behind the door that says something along the lines of how he's coming to get it. He'll be right there. He's just getting his piggy bank or whatever, which I naturally accept as being that's the kind of thing a kid would say.
Right.
And then suddenly I find that the door opens up and I don't even see the kid. All I see is the tip of an immense staff pointed straight at me.
Goodness.
And he shouts some sort of word of power, and I get force blasted in the chest, and blown all the way across the street to land on the lawn of the house opposite. And like the camera cuts back to Tony Balcony, who puts out his little hand and he catches the pizzas that I had thrown up as
Out
I
of
was
the
being
air.
dropped. Just catches them
Amazing.
out of the air. And he grinds back into the house. He was on his skateboard whole
The
time.
whole time.
He was, what is it, a manual where you're just balancing on two wheels? He was manualing the whole time. And he pushes himself back with the staff to get himself going with his pizzas and the door
Like
shuts.
he's rowing a boat, like he's a gondolier.
Yeah, exactly like he's a gondolier.
Well, at
and
least
that's-
Tony Balcony didn't get your calzones.
Do we have like a staff icon? That's a candy cane. What is wrong with you? Fine, I'm gonna do Google image search.
I'm gonna say the
Wizard.
magic word he intones is Abdurazak.
Got it in one.
Nice.
There we are.
I think that's something the wizards say in Majesty.
And now we know there's a big old honkin' magic staff right by the front door.
Don't like that,
Don't like that.
says Big Hoss Chestnuts.
What year was Majesty published? 2000. Wow, 20 years ago.
Some of my calzones got squished. Very
Pronounced
disappointing.
calzone.
Calzones got squished. I've got like peppers and olives dripping down my legs. And I don't like it when my
Gratitude.
shins are dirty.
You're like, I usually keep my shins immaculate.
My shins is spotless.
What do you do when it rains, filthy knees?
Little umbrellas.
Little tiny knee umbrellas. Or perhaps like one waist umbrella. I wear a big poofity skirt like a
Like a
Renaissance
tutu.
lady.
Nice.
Powerful.
Okay.
All right.
Card me.
Jack.
No, it's Alex. Oh, I see.
Uh,
Someone managed to find a spy listening gadget so we could hear what's going on in the house. Mostly it's TV. What weird show this kid is super into? I'm gonna say that this kid is really into, like, obviously the kid has hooked the TV up to a Chromecast, up to his phone, and is watching YouTube videos. But unusually for the child of a wizarding family of unlimited power, he's just really into those videos where they like clean a really dirty carpet for an hour and like get all the brown liquid out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just that nice, satisfying, we're gonna power wash this carpet type of video with the nice ASMR narration of all the steps. So for a while, it's very unclear what's happening. Like, is there someone else in there? Like, I hear the sound of power buffering, but instead, it's just that is the thing that he's really fascinated with. Is just like, how do normal people clean their carpets? They don't wave a wand and then it's done.
Not if they're good people.
Yeah. Good people rent a power washer.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not tremendously illustrable, but I believe in you.
Well, it's coming out of the TV, so maybe I can like, I'll just put a little I'll put a little carpet next to the TV. If there's a carpet emoji. Seems like, nope. How about a rug? There's a shrug. That is different. Okay, I'll look that up while you take your turn.
Alright. Oh. Ba 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 ba
An
ba.
ace of hearts.
An ace of hearts. It's a common grackle. Not one of the best grackles I ever seen, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
as grackles go,
Right. I mean, even a
that's fine.
grackles are like pizza. Even the bad ones are good.
Common grackle's better than no grackle at all. That's what my mama always said.
There we go.
I begged her to stop.
I said, please, Mama, you can't keep saying this. And she looked me dead in the eyes with her cold black eyes. And
Like a
as she
doll's
opened her
eyes.
mouth- as she opened her mouth, feathers poured out, and she said, even a common grackle is better than no grackle at all, in a voice of 1,000 voices. Screw it. It's just a kid. Run a scene where you, at your hideout, argue about whether this is worth abandoning the plan over. End the scene when you agree that you're going in anyway because you ain't afraid of a kid. And so I think this is a very short scene where Big Hoss Chestnuts just puts a gun onto the table and then Filthy Knees and the Fox just shake their heads no.
No.
Ooh.
They'll definitely have wards against bullets in this house. There's no way they're gonna let a firearm go off.
I'm pretty sure even showing that is tempting the R rating, Big Hoss.
But that it's the very quick no that keeps it in PG-13.
Oh, okay.
No.
Whew.
Mm-hmm. It is where we get to bust out our one F word with PG-13 because I think Big Hoss Chestnut says F this and then puts the gun down on the table.
Nice. That's great. after the dramatic failure of the pizza plan.
Yeah.
All right, so that puts us
Alright.
into our spades section where we get real slapsticky with it as the heist goes wrong. Perhaps before that we should take our break?
I was thinking perhaps it is 7:40. Do we think we will return at 7:50, 7:55?
Sounds decent.
Let's do it up.
All right. Audience, thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us. And
Being here for this, which has
For
been
this.
a real magic carpet ride that we
Yeah.
appreciate you coming with us on.
and in 10 minutes it's going to get painful for us.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray. See ya. They call us the Unplaytested Bandits. That's our thing. We break into a house and we leave behind a game that nobody's ever played. Welcome back to Unplaytested.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of breaking into a house, I actually got to wrap this up, gang. I'm going to break into a house. See,
Let's do it.
Perfect.
I got evening plans, and I needs the money.
Get those crowbars going.
Are we ready to enter the spades, the heist goes wrong sequence of events?
That sounds great.
All right, these scenes are slapstick in its purest form. Decorate the map with your own broken teeth is what I decided was the phrase I wanted to go with.
You went for it.
Supremely
Yep.
powerful. I think that's the gem.
Who is up next? I have lost track. Is it me?
Same.
Yes, because I just put the no guns icon
You
on the map.
yes.
Oh,
of
nice
course.
job.
Very good. All right. I got a king. Okay, this is very good. Oh, proof positive that I have a king. I'm not a liar. Myself and a buddy are minding our own business when 10, a countdown 9 starts, and we 8 are a bit scared to ask what 7 will happen when it 6 finishes. This is the
Oh my.
So, I feel like, obviously, as we have established, on the prior attempt at a heist, the fox hangs back to keep an eye out for birds. I'm going forward through the balcony. I suppose in this case, Big Hoss is with me.
Mm-hmm,
You and me, Hoss.
Mhm.
We're going up. We're going balcony wise. It's the only way we can do it.
It's the only way we know.
Mhm.
And I suspect what happens is we go through this door. We're into this kind of beautiful second floor long television parlor
Oh.
we've got here. There's probably lots of seats all arranged at what is, I guess, a very big TV, I assume.
And then there's a mirror on the other wall so that you can see the TV either way you're facing.
Right. But of course, everything is covered in grind marks. It's grotesque. Oh, I didn't
Making
turn on the
most
map.
of his day.
There we go. Here we are. And this is when we hear our the countdown. 10, 9, 8. Very loud, very dramatic.
Yikes.
You and I are freaking out, flipping around, looking around this room. What is it that is counting down? I feel like by the time we get to like 2, we have realized, oh, it's coming from behind the TV, not the TV itself, but behind the TV.
Ooh.
We look back there and we see that it's a little walkie-talkie. And next to the walkie-talkie is that dang old brown-headed cowbird.
And it's the one counting down
It is the one counting down
in a booming voice.
in the booming
Not
voice
the
of a cowbird.
walkie-talkie.
It's talking into the walkie-talkie, obviously.
Okay.
And then it reaches, 1, and like I'm reaching out to grab it. I don't know what to do. I'm not the bird lady, but whatever. I got to do my best. And it says now. And that is when something very dramatic happens. That's when the mirror in the back opens up, because it turns out it was just a secret passage that leads even further into what was a larger mansion than we had thought. There we are.
Wow.
A secret passage. And in that secret passage is nothing. There was nothing in there but vacuum. It had been vacuum sealed with magic. And so as that mirror cracks open, Big Hoss and I, we are yoinked by the air pressure, and we slam into the back wall of that secret chamber, which in retrospect is probably like a secret DVD storage area.
Mhm. Mhm.
DVDs and VHSs rain down all around you.
So let's see. Can I put like a big old blood splatter here? There.
Goodness.
That's. I mean, we don't bleed, obviously.
I
That's
was gonna
just
say you wrote no blood right in the book.
Mhm.
fine. Can I undo blood spatter?
A big
Uh,
ketchup spatter.
Oh, my calzones! I hit knees first, and the last bits of tomato sauce in them go splattering on the walls. Oh
Mhm.
no!
Mhm.
And we're knocked to the ground, and it's very dramatic. And we cut to the fox with a
Amazing.
2.
The two of spades. Me and another bandit try a door. Carefully,
Ooh!
it's not even locked. Convince your buddy to go in first. What happens to them? Amazing. So I think that I have been advancing upon the falcon hutch, uh, because I'm dealing with the wrong bird here, um, and as our listeners will remember, the falcon is one of the most dangerous and frightening animals for us, the defender of the balcony, and I'm creeping around on this rickety alchemy falconry balcony, trying not to disturb the various Erlenmeyer flasks and like curving weird things with glowing fluids cycling through them. And I get to the door of the falconry, which is beautiful and elaborate as befits their elevated status.
Hmm.
I'm picturing that the falcon lives in like a tiny gazebo for some reason, like a falcon-sized gazebo, that has a little door on it. But as I get there, I realize that even though it is elaborately painted to look like a door that is all like white with sort of blue, beautiful detailing and swirls on it, it's actually just like a cat flap that is made to look like that. So I'm like lifting up the flap, and I don't see the falcon in there. Maybe it's just asleep. Um, but you two eventually, stumble out of the room like
Mm-hmm.
and I say, "Oh, good, Hoss, you're here. Uh, there's no falcon in here, so you can reach in and grab the falcon eggs. My little arms aren't long enough to get to the back of the falcon-sized gazebo, so I am convincing you to reach in there and steal the precious falcon eggs instead,
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
so that I
just
can
like
eat them."
arm to the shoulder in there.
Yeah, and the camera can see that there's clearly no way that your entire giant beefy arm should be able to go in here without coming out the back, right? Like
Mhm.
it's the size of like a bird cage,
Right.
and
Mhm.
yet your arm just goes in there, and then we see you sort of rooting around, uh, and then there's just a horrible blood curdling falcon cry, and then you
Mhm.
just yoink get pulled through the tiny cat flap into the falcon's domain entirely.
Mhm.
What?
Yep, it's got a whole little TARDIS situation in there.
Yes. Perfect.
Obviously, the falcon would live in a beautiful pocket dimension,
Mhm.
Obviously. Stands to reason.
and so that's what happens to you. You get sucked into a falcon's pocket dimension, and then it's your turn.
Excellent. Give me that card draw.
All right. Well, first of all, Alex needs to draw a falcon pocket dimension on the
Oh
map.
yeah, I'll just draw a falcon's pocket dimension
Yeah.
real quick.
Uh, you, Big Hoss, you got a 9.
Just gonna use the pocket dimension emoji.
All right. 9. Screw it. You got a crowbar. You're gonna break through this door. Obviously, this is the worst possible thing you could have done. So what happens? So I think standing in the Falcon dimension, um, it's just. I think it would be easy to say it's like a void of stars. You know,
Mhm.
just because like that's any kind of like weird reality situation is a void of stars. But I think that the Falcon
Oh no, I've got a
dimension.
picture for you here.
Well, hold on,
Oh, okay.
because I think we've seen the entrance to the Falcon dimension, but I'm going to show
Right.
you the door of the Falcon dimension.
Here we go. This is the picture that came up when I Google image searched pocket dimension.
Good. Um, and so I think that the door inside of the Falcon dimension is just like tessellated JPEGs of falcons
Amazing.
that um they're all kind of like that we the how like a JPEG just looks JPEG-y.
Mhm.
Like you can look at a JPEG and be like, damn, that's a good JPEG.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like the image quality of these
Nice and
tessellated
compressed.
falcons. And they form like whatever that art is, where it's like a piece of art and then it's made up of like smaller photographs that
Yeah,
like
like a
Mhm.
mosaic.
sort of, yeah. um it's like that, where like the
Mm-hmm.
tessellated falcons create the grain of the wood of this door.
Amazing.
um and so like you like look really hard and you can see like the little pieces of falcon, but those are all like carved out of wood or like pyrographed or whatever in wood. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you look even further at that wood that makes up the JPEGs of the falcons, like it's made up of more JPEGs of falcons. And so
Yes.
I find this door and I'm like way lost. I was like, this is some magic bullshit. Thankfully, I have a really good anti-magic counterspell for all magic bullshit, and I whip out my crowbar and I go, a perfectly normal crowbar, and then I bash this falcon door, uh, and it just like explodes into 4 million falcons that all like just start pecking at me, and I have to run screaming deeper into the falcon dimension.
Amazing. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I invited you on this show.
I'm really
I
happy
like
to
that
be
you're
here.
not out of the Falcon dimension.
No,
No,
deeper into the
Deeper
you're
into it.
deeper.
you still haven't gotten out of the pocket dimension on the rickety alchemy falconry balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Much less
Oh.
even one room inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
All right. We'll draw 4 million fractal falcons or whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna be drawing that for a minute.
Uh, I'm going. I got a 3.
You could just put the cover image for the treasure at the end of this dungeon is an escape from this dungeon. We will never escape from this dungeon. It's a good shorthand.
Oh, I got a magpie.
Ooh.
3.
Patron bird of thieves.
So you're on fire now. How did that happen?
Good.
Okay. It's time. It's time to get off this damn balcony. I saw Big Hoss get sucked into the Falcon dimension. I've decided I want nothing to do with that.
It's very
No,
fair.
thank you. So I am going to just sort of slam through the door, just bodily force my way through into this big room.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and right, okay. And obviously, like as I go in, we this is when we discover just the extent of the booby traps that have been left around this house. Obviously,
Extensive.
extensive and in many cases magical, right?
Yup.
So I think the way I like to imagine this happening is that I throw open the door, I step in, and then like hovering on the ground, sort of at ankle height, there's a broom, for flying on.
Mm-hmm.
And what ends up happening is that I trip over that broom, I fall forward, there straight into the kind of center of the rune zone.
Mm-hmm.
I break into this sort of big active spell, which it turns out is kind of a whirling maelstrom of energy, which picks me up and throws me even further forward this way. There, a great big teleportation circle.
Oh
I
my
go
god.
through it. I come out the other end, which is forget it's down in the basement. Let's use the house. Let's
Hell
split the
yeah.
party.
Mhm.
Oh,
Uh,
beautiful.
I'm thrown into the basement, and then I land on the furnace.
Amazing.
On
So
the
you're like,
perfectly.
and then you're like, "Tss,
Yeah! And then yes, as because I am so darn close to the furnace, the various fumes and effulgences from my knees just light up, and I am on
highly
fire
flammable.
in the basement. I how does one draw a furnace?
Maybe it's powered by a salamander because they're
I'm
a
just
wizard family.
gonna draw a fire.
That's
And by draw, I mean use this icon of fire.
extremely fair.
There we are. It's big, though. It's big.
Oh, big.
Yeah.
Oh,
Splitting the
this
party.
is
Never a
this
bad
is
idea, right?
very good.
Okay.
Okay, what do you got for me?
I got a 10 for you,
A
friend.
10. What bird is that?
That is the American Kestrel.
Ooh. What is the very logical sequence of events that cause you to mistake one of your fellow bandits for the kid and leap on them to try to capture them? Okay. Okay. So, I hear the horrible noises coming from inside the birdhouse. Do I go in there as our team's bird expert, or do I selfishly just abandon you to your fate?
Oh goodness.
Ooh, good question. I think this is my heel turn. I do abandon you to your fate and just slink inside
Mhm.
with a horrible, guilty, but also I'm not going in there look on my face. Um, I step over the uh, shattered glass of the mirror that was taken apart in here. I have no idea what happened in this room. And then I see the cowbird is still in this room, right? So I freak out and I fire my crossbow at it. Obviously I only have one crossbow bolt.
Stands
Uh,
to reason.
and it just goes absolutely wild. I have shot at the reflection of the cowbird in one of the mirrors, so the mirror shatters, and the cowbird starts like flapping its wings and whipping up a wind full of horrifying mirror shards. So I just go sprinting out of that room. I've got like a bunch of shards of mirror all stuck in my coat,
Mm.
and I charge right into the middle of the energy vortex that you land in. I get spun around the exact same way, fly out into the teleporter, and then I see a figure down below me, and I go, aha! It's gotta be that meddling 10-year-old kid. Uh, because I hear a very high pitched wail that I think could only come from a 10-year-old child.
Mhm.
And so as I'm falling down, I don't regular fall like you did. I take a leaf out of my wrestler friend's book and just like do an elbow drop as I teleport down right onto you.
Perfect.
Oh. Well, at least knocking me to the ground possibly helps extinguish some of my on fire.
Oh yeah, it totally does.
But also,
But
you're probably a
then
little on
I
fire.
get on fire. Yeah. So I'm like,
Oh.
whack. You're like, ow. And then I'm like, what? And then I'm like, ah! As now I'm on fire.
Mhm.
And
I
now it's
have,
just running around the basement, just screaming.
yeah, running around screaming, like running in opposite directions, bumping into each other, falling over. I have become a firefox. It's terrible. And over to
And
Taylor.
All right. Jack.
A jack of spades.
Jack of spades. A
You look up-
white-breasted nuthatch.
Ooh. You look up just in time to see the extremely heavy thing falling for your face. Oh no, what is it? And so I think I'm sprinting through the endless falcon dimension. And I see like a shadow on the shimmering falcon scales of the floor that I'm like sprinting through with no exit, and the shadow gets like larger and larger and larger, and I turn around to see this like looming like statue of marble, and it's like a very classically carved like falcon statue, like this Greek platonic ideal of a falcon, and it is coming to like crush me, and I just go, well, that can't be good.
Wham. And a dust cloud poof goes out.
Dust cloud made of tiny falcons.
Oh, that's good. I
Oh,
love
very
that
good.
like
I think
our
it,
our
like-
original intent was that would be maybe a paint can or something. It's a marble statue that's the platonic ideal of a falcon.
Yeah, I think it lands on me and it shatters, but every like shattered piece skitters off and turns into a falcon that like flies away.
That's so cool.
That is very good.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
We're gonna get this kid.
We're
You are.
gonna we're gonna
might be
get this
lost
kid.
forever.
We're gonna get you out of there. I got the power of the common milkwort on this 8 of spades to help me.
Ooh.
Which is of course live animal on your head. What? So, what is the live animal that is on my head?
In the furnace-filled basement.
In the furnace-filled base. Well, I mean,
well, not
some
filled.
time can pass. I'll go up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. It's gonna bring the family together again. This is gonna be great.
Oh, good.
So I've dusted off of my fire. I'm put out. I'm clean from the thighs up and the shins down, just the way I like it. And I go up the stairs, ready to find that darn kid. And suddenly, obviously, I am attacked by the falcon, which has been just touring through the entire house to defend it.
Amazing. It was never in the falconry.
It was never even in the falconry. So let's see. Let me illustrate myself with some vague pointing on the map. I go up the stairs to the second floor. The falcon sort of goes straight for my face and begins clawing at my, I don't know, eyes, I guess, sending me back, falling ass over tea kettle down the stairs, as one
Yes.
does.
Into
And
me, who was coming up the stairs.
absolutely,
obviously.
I knock you down.
Yeah.
And then what happens is the falcon tries to fly away, and I reach out and I try to grab the falcon in a rage, even though that's not the way you deal with a bird. I should know this.
Mm-hmm.
But what I end up doing is I reach into the falcon.
Oh,
I reach
my.
through the falcon and I grab the first thing I can grab, even though it feels like a burly man's ankle.
Yes.
And I yank it toward me, hoping that it is in fact grabbing the falcon. But instead, what happens is that the fox is lying on the ground. I am lying on top of him, and I pull out Big Hoss chestnuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all 350 pounds of muscle are now directly above the two of us and collapse, crushing us into the basement floor.
Amazing. Oh.
I haven't done an illustration for this, so I'm just gonna put some like, oh no, some sad marks there.
That seems right.
Yeah.
It seems right to get some sad marks.
Oh boy.
Okay, what do we got for me?
4.
Ooh, and what is that?
I don't know. It's a lesser celadine.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yes.
Aid me, Lesser Celadine. Well, we're following some motion that leads us to the stairs. You
Oh,
are going
no.
to fall ass over tea kettle down those stairs at least twice. What happens?
Good.
Okay. So what happens is, we all pick each other up. We have a bit of like, where the hell were you? What are you doing? How did you get here? You pulled me out of a falcon, right? All that stuff. We look around the basement. There's nothing useful here. I get my my crossbow. It's been crushed in half by the combined weight of all of the falling we've done, which has been so much for the 2 minutes we've been in this house. And I go, all right, if that falcon is up there, don't worry, I can totally deal with it. And I get out my backup anti-falcon weapon, which is a big comical Bugs Bunny style bear trap on the end of a chain. I say, all right, stay close behind me. We creep up the stairs. I see the falcon. He goes scream, diving for it. I'm like, ah! And I'm swinging the bear trap around on its chain like a flail, and I throw it at the falcon. It jukes skillfully out of the way, and then the chain goes taut. The bear trap yanks back, and it clamps onto one of the fox ears of my hat, which is not a real ear, but I still yelp in pain as though it actually is. Fall backwards, into you, into you. We all fall down the stairs again. Does that count as twice, since it's the second time? Or should I keep this going until we all fall down again?
I think we can count that as
We can
twice.
count that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You also got bear trapped on the ear. That's pretty intense.
I did.
We've all been there. All right. Oh. Common Red Pole has some good news.
The ace.
The ace of spades.
Yes. The ace of spades.
Hell yeah. And this is me, right?
It is.
The little bugger is finally cornered. Run a scene where you all gather together at the kids' hidey hole, the place where they're trapped. Talk a bit about what you'll do to keep them out of your way while you finish robbing the joint. And the scene when the kid slips away and you all give chase. So I think we managed to get up the stairs, and we
Took 3 tries, but we did it.
The kid does an ollie over our heads, but I grabbed the skateboard midair, and I think like my hands are like crackling with my anti-magic energy, and the kid like tumbles down to the ground. And is very afraid. And this is the moment where you're like, this is kind of scary. And if you were 6 years old, it would give you nightmares. Because I break the skateboard over my knee.
Oh.
The kid like runs away to like one of the rooms and closes the door. And we're like outside the door and we're saying stuff like, now you better stay in that room. We're going to rob the rest of this house, blah, 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 blah. And I like jam the door closed with one of the skateboard like broken pieces.
Oh.
And then we like go back, we go out to like do more robbing, but then the audience sees, and this is a moment of dramatic irony where like some oboe music is playing. It's like as the kid like climbs out the window and up to the rickety alchemy falconry balcony.
Nice. Beautiful.
Very good.
So was it the sisters' necromancy candle room that we managed to pin him in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh nope. Yeah. Oh, that it says on the door, Valerie's room. Keep out, because her name is Valerie Balcony.
Yeah.
All right. And then the kid slips away, and we all give chase. So I suppose, do we eventually spot him out the window as we are doing our robbery?
Mm-hmm.
That seems right. Yeah.
Seems fair.
Carrying a cowboy statue over your shoulder.
I'm carrying a cowboy statue. I look out. I see his tiny little feet, so weak and pathetic without the skateboard for once.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, it's that kid. Let's chase him. Let's do the fourth act, the chase. Scenes are tense. Make them fast, simple. Keep moving. All right. Oh, this is very good. I've drawn a 10.
Nice.
In chasing this kid, I fall for one of the traps that the kid set a second time. It's not as bad. It gives me more fuel for the chase. I feel a bit dopey. And I know exactly how this happens, obviously. So I'm carrying this cowboy statue. And I see the kid climbing up to the balcony out the window. And I tell everyone, oh, the kid's getting away. We got to go up to the balcony and get him. And so I run up the stairs to the second floor. I run into this room and I trip over the other broom at the other doorway and into the whirling maelstrom of energy and into the teleport and into the basement and bank up against that furnace a second time.
But do you land on top of the cowboy statue this time?
But I had the cowboy statue with me the whole time. This 500-pound marble cowboy statue.
He's taking the heat at least.
Which I'm now taking with me up the stairs. Whoa! Whoa!
Making very good use of our medium there. I appreciate that.
Perfect.
Oh boy. And I do yell at all of you. Kid, get that kid!
The cowboy statue says, "Oh, you poor," because it was an animatronic the whole time, but it's broken now.
Yeah.
All right, card me.
You got a 9 of diamonds.
9. The kid takes an exit that a grown-up can't follow. What's the plan to get where they are? Interesting. So I think that I have run up. I jumped over the broom for the first time, walked around the... Oh, I need to be over here. So, ran up the stairs, ran over here, jumped over the broom, because I just saw you go flying, and I'm like, well, you'll be fine. Run around the thing, out through this room, and the cowbird is nowhere to be seen, and I can just see the kid's stocking feet disappearing up onto the roof, because he has grabbed onto the gutter and pulled himself up onto the roof of the house, where we can't get to him because our weight will pull down the gutter after us.
I warned you about these weak gutters. They're so weak.
And I'm like, okay, I've got it. So I go and I'm reaching down and grabbing onto the various pillars down below us, and I'm like trying to like pull and move them, because what I'm hoping is one of these pillars has gotten so disassociated from our reality that its physics is broken, so it'll be like really light and I can just pick it up, stack it on top of another one, and then climb the resulting double pillar tower onto the roof. And it turns out I'm right. How convenient for me. So that's the plan to get to where they are.
Very good. All right.
Card me.
King.
Ooh.
Tufted titmouse.
Damn. You make a brief detour in the chase to grab something especially valuable. What is it? Just a giant stack of money. Just a cartoonishly large handful of bills as we're like chasing this kid around the garage. I think like there's a loop where it's like the kid, and then we all see all three of us, and the kid, and you see all three of us, and the kid, and you see Fox and Filthy Knees, and then the kid, and you see all three of us, but now Big Hoss Chestnuts has 2 giant fistfuls of cash.
That's so good.
This is very good.
You're like a modern day Robin Hood if you think about it.
Well,
yeah, if you don't think about it too hard, though.
Right. Just a little.
All right. Jack. Suddenly, there's a crowd of people nearby, and the kid slips into them. Who are they? How do we get them to scatter? So you said we had somehow made our way to the garage, and you stole some money. Got it. I know.
Presumably the kid hang glides down from the roof
Yeah,
just as we
maybe
get up there.
he has one of them.
Oh, a zip
Like
line,
zip
yeah.
line. Yeah, that's canon. Um, in fact, I'm gonna need to scroll over to the right a little bit because he goes from the garage to the family cemetery, which is here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Obviously, it's the family cemetery.
Oh
And
my
as
god.
he runs in there and he like pulls some enchanted grave dirt out of his pocket that he snaggled from Valerie's room while he was making his way through there, and he throws it to the ground, and suddenly the whole cemetery is just wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder ghosts of ancient dead Balconies.
That's so cool.
100 generations of Balconies.
Wow.
And Tony hidden amongst them. And we follow through, and we need to. How do we?
Yeah, how do you deal with that, bud?
Man, wish I could offset the how do we deal with it to someone else.
You came up with such a cool thing.
So what are we good at?
Dispersing an army of vengeful ancestral ghosts.
That doesn't seem like anyone's natural skill.
Are they all bird ghosts?
Some of them are.
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, I think that like that is very much this is the moment where we all kind of get our chance to show off. We all do something. There's like a brief vignette as we all do something different. Fox, you see some of the bird ghosts, some of the many Balconies who were themselves Falconies.
Falconies. Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay.
And you scare them away with your foxy wiles.
Oh, I've got a plan for what I do.
Ooh, very good. What do you do?
So what I do is you'll recall earlier that we saw a gun in an earlier act of the movie, and according to Chekhov's law, that gun does need to be fired in the final act. So I reach over into the backpack of Big Hoss, or whatever it is that you have on you to carry stuff in. I unzip the back pocket of your JanSport backpack, and I take out the gun that you had the whole time. I pull out from my bandolier of anti-bird techniques a handful of bird seed. I throw it on the ground, and then pow! I fire the gun into the bird seed, killing it. It becomes ghost bird seed, and then I gather the ghost bird seed and throw it into the air. All of the ghost birds fly down to have their first meal for how many hundreds of years we don't know, and they begin to accidentally attack the ghost ancestors, putting them into momentary disarray.
So okay. So everyone gets their bit. That's 1/3 of the ghost ancestors dealt with.
Yeah, it doesn't
Big
get
Hoss,
rid of them. It just gets rid of the birds.
How do you deal with another 1/3 of the ghost ancestors using your specialties?
Lariats, lots and lots of lariats and clotheslines, and arm bars, and suplexes.
Just ghost wrestling,
after another.
Just
That's
ghost
so good.
wrestling.
That's beautiful. That definitely takes care of another third of the ghosts exactly. And for the final third, it's time for me to really break out my skill that I haven't shown enough yet.
Ooh.
That's right. I'm a contractor. I know a lot about materials engineering.
Oh, yeah.
I point at the biggest mausoleum and I describe in exhaustive detail how poorly built it is. Oh my goodness. Can't you see it's already sinking 10 centimeters, almost 10 centimeters. It's actually 4, but it's so close to 10 on the northeast side. It's because the ground was not properly leveled. No mausoleum foundation was put in. You should be ashamed of that shoddy workmanship. And the last third of the ghosts just sort of vanish in shame. Because, yeah, that is a shoddy mausoleum. And suddenly, by that point, all the ghosts are gone, and all that is left is Tony Balcony hiding behind a tombstone.
He's all alone.
And then the chase resumes, I suppose.
All right, over to me. We got a 3.
Got a 3. It looks like it. No, yeah, great blue heron.
Oh, I love a great blue heron.
They're pretty good.
So, the 3 of hearts. Whoops, not the 3 of hearts. I was like, sneak up on the kid. No. The kid veers left sharply, and one of the other bandits is right there. You can't quite flank them, but they lose their lead. Yeah, I think this makes sense as the chase through the graveyard, right? There's lots of dodging around headstones and under beautiful wing spread falcon graves in the style of like where you would have an angel grave, but it's a falcon instead. So there's a lot of us dodging around, and the kid is, knows the graveyard better, so he's juking around, and we're just scrambling trying to get him.
Oh, this kid! I like that the dramatic conclusion seems to be taking place in a graveyard, though.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's very good. 8.
The 8 of
diamonds.
The 8
Comfrey.
of diamonds.
Yeah. You think you spot the kid hiding in the bushes, but they just left their hat and jacket there to trick you. Damn that kid! Where are they now? So I think we like overturn the hat and the jacket, and we hear that sharp whistle that and we turn and we look, and Tony Balcony is on the roof with the 2 halves of the skateboard that we had busted up earlier in the film. And as lightning strikes and the screaming peal of a falcon splits our ears, the 2 halves become one and form, and he grinds down to the rickety alchemy falconry balcony and does a 360 ollie off of it.
Oh, this kid! Oh, boy.
Oh, I'm so happy. I was really hoping we would get the board that was broken would be reforged.
Here it
Ace of diamonds, got him again. Run a scene in which you have the kid captured. End the scene when something last minute knocks you all out or sends you scurrying, saving the kid and saving the day. So kid has just rebuilt his dang old skateboard. He is skating away down the street. He's escaping, which I don't like. You know what? Presumably he is escaping this way in the general direction of where our hideout is. I think, yes, I think that like now we do a flashback scene.
Okay.
To like moments before we did our heist, where one of us says, well, maybe we should leave some traps here in case he tries to come get us.
Amazing.
And we do like a quick montage of us looking through all the resources we have, and basically all we have are the bones from all those bone constructs.
Right.
And so, we do a montage of us like lashing them together with whatever we have convenient. Like stuff like garbage and contractor tools. I don't know. It's late.
Yeah, tape,
string. And so just as this kid really feels like he's getting away, the door to this house opens and our bone construct comes out, and it is an amalgam of like 6 different skeletons in the form of, let's say, a fox. Sure, why not? We decided to make it fox shaped since we more or less all agree that is the superior body plan.
Right.
And a bone fox the size of two chestnuts is. What's your name? Big Hoss. A bone fox the size of two big hosses leaps out and pins the kid to the ground, and the skateboard sort of rolls down the street, and we are able to run up and sort of gather around, hands on hips, really upset, saying all kinds of nasty things about how we're gonna like throw them in a furnace and trap them in a falcon dimension and knock them down the stairs 2 to 3 times,
Maybe even more.
maybe even more. And this is truly is our moment of triumph. And then until something at the absolute last minute comes and saves this kid.
Interestingly, we have not happened to draw any of the prompts that involved the snow shoveler.
We did not. I mean, the snow shoveler, there's 4 chances for them to appear, but they did not. What's our moral equivalent? Oh, wait, I know what it is.
Oh, yeah?
I know exactly what it is.
Oh?
So we have this kid right where we want him, and we're like slowly approaching. Filthy Knees takes one step forward, and suddenly beneath her foot, it's a skateboard, reassembled, imbued with love now. It leaps to protect its master, Tony Balcony. And it trips me and sends me onto the floor. And then next is Big Hoss. Whoop. And then next is the fox. Whoop. All 3 of us land on the ground, and this buys the kid just enough time to get out from under that bone fox. And
can the skateboard defeat the bone fox by like jumping up and like doing a 900 into its face? Good.
I like the idea that it doesn't even touch the fox. It just does a trick so good that the fox disapparates.
The fox has to take its hand off to applaud.
Yeah.
Yeah, precisely. And then now that the kid is freed, the kid grabs the skateboard and with the power of love and skateboards and love of skateboards, commands the bone fox to turn into a bone prison that surrounds us. The fox falls upon us, and we become trapped in a bone cage.
Amazing.
So we aren't technically knocked out or scurrying. We're simply trapped.
That seems fine.
Yeah.
We're scurrying about in the bone cage.
We're trying very hard to get out.
We can squeeze through.
And then we hear in the distance, it's sirens. It's not just the cops, it's the wizard cops. We do not want to deal with the wizard cops.
Literal mermaid sirens are singing as they fly in.
Oh, I hear them singing, each to each. I hate that. I wish they weren't singing to me this time.
No, thank you. Why can't mortal voices just wake us?
And that's it.
That's the simple job as she is played.
It's a simple job. And then the kid's family shows up. Maybe there should be a part in the rules. It's like, and then the kid's family shows up.
There should be a couple of mid credits, little like couple of second scenes. Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do the credits start, and now it's the mid credits scene of where are we in like 6 months. Where are we in 6 months?
Oh, I'm definitely in wizard jail. But I think they have like that specific kind of jail where it gets matched up to your crime, right? So I think in Fox's personal wizard jail, he needs to carry a nest full of precious bird eggs across like a rickety obstacle course and there are like hundreds and hundreds of birds looking judgmentally down at him and occasionally hilariously pooping on him, as he is trying to get these precious eggs over to their destination.
Oh, that's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
They have kind of a Tartarus vibe, I guess.
I think Big Hoss Chestnuts is contemplating a door that the grain of wood is comprised of multiple small photos of falcons who are all, if you look closely at them, made or carved out of wood. But that wood is comprised of even more JPEGs of falcons. That's right. He's back in the falcon dimension.
Oh,
He
no.
his crowbar and he says, "You won't get me this time." And he raises it as if to strike, and then it goes black, and we see more credits.
And Filthy Knees Johansson is in front of a parole board, and the sort of wizard parole officer is, reading through the files and says, "Yes, everything looks very good. Behavior, your attitude. We're just going to need to see your knees." And she just pulls up the hem of her shorts just a little bit, and everyone gasps and turns aside and says, "Get back to jail with you. 1,000 years jail for Filthy Knees Johansson." And hard to black.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, boy.
Thank you so much, everyone who came and watched the show, whether you lurked and hung out in the comments or complimented us on our outfits. Those people are better. They get 10 Unplaytested points. But we still love you all. Thank you so much to Taylor for coming and
Thank
bringing
you.
exactly what I hoped you would to this
A
game.
perfect energy, yes.
Literally anytime. This was a blast. I'm happy to be here and happy
Oh,
to
yeah.
come back in the
Oh,
future.
thank you so
We
much.
got to get you onto design too, for sure.
Hey, do you have, before we go, do you have anything that you want to plug?
Listen to Game Closet. It's an informal chat show with all sorts of really amazing queer and LGBT plus folks in the tabletop RPG space.
Heck yeah,
I like the sound of that.
And you can find that anywhere that fine podcasts are sold.
All right.
Oh, I got a good plug.
Ooh.
So literally tomorrow, we are having the premiere on All Nerds Here of what is our actual name for it? Of codename Corazon Station. I don't know if we've come up with a different actual title for it, which is going to be the Unnatural Disasters / Haven of Land Reclaimed crew, all playing Pasión de las Pasiones by Brandon Leon Gambetta, set on a DS9-esque space station full of intrigue and income inequality and genetically engineered racing cats and ancient overgrown monolithic fighting arenas. It's gonna be real
That sounds
good.
amazing.
Yeah, we made the setting for it using I'm sorry, did you say Street Magic? Which is an absolutely wonderful world building game, and it is going to be just an absolute blast. All our characters are so fun, and it's a really fun group of players who all know and love each other. So I strongly recommend checking that out. That's going to be tomorrow on All Nerds Here at some sort of time that I should have memorized by now. But go look up All Nerds Here on Twitter, and you'll see it.
Cool. And it's the last day of my Kickstarter, so I do gotta plug that. It is the Le Dio Finamente of the Trans Rage trilogy, 3 zines about gender feels. It's my thing that I do, so I can't ever go back in the closet. Take that, future me.
Yeah.
And I also want to mention that in a week I'll be doing another Kickstarter for all magical creatures, big and small, with Ash Cheshire, about a fey healer of magical creatures, where you get to play as magical creatures who need to be healed. All hurts can be healed. This is also on Kickstarter. If you want to learn more about it, I don't know, just search for me or follow me on Twitter. I am at Glaive Guizon.
Yay! Oh, that's
Yay.
gonna be so nice.
It's going to be so nice. It's so sweet. If any of y'all played The Magical Repair Shop, which was our big Zine Quest collab last year, this is the sequel, effectively. Same general idea, very similar tone, but with animals, and it's gonna be cute. It's gonna be
Who does
cute.
not want that?
Do you want to be a unicorn with like a broken horn?
Do
But
you
then the
want to
horn gets
be
fixed and you
a
feel great
brown-headed
again?
cowbird whose head has gone off color?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Also follow at Unplaytested on Twitter or join the Discord. We need more Discord buddies.
Yeah. Also,
discourse with us.
We have got a Patreon. You can become an Unplaytron, and then you will be able to, if you enjoyed this game, our Unplaytrons will be able to vote on which of our games that we periodically will revisit to make an actually good second version of that we spend more than a week on. So if you
I feel
think
like this one has some
potential,
bones for that. Yeah.
we could add in that epilogue stuff. We could add in more prompts if we
We could
somehow
correct that
invent more
part.
than 52 cards in a deck.
Where like half
it'll be
the
great.
line is off the page. We can fix that.
Yeah, no, that one stays. We love
Okay.
that.
Very good. I think that's everything, friends. I'm getting overheated in my bandit clothes.
I've been
I need to
sweating for so long.
I need to just
This
undo.
is for you.
Oh
For
god.
you.
Oh, this is way
I
better.
have to take the fox ears off. It's so hot. This is a lovely knit cap that my friend made for me, but it's quite warm.
Yeah, it looks good though.
Thank
I love
you.
it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks.
Good
folks.
night.
Bye.